Erica, and so today I'm going to be doing my Fanime 2026 haul. Fanime was just yesterday, so I'm filming this on Tuesday on my day off. I usually like to do these videos to showcase the artists that I've gotten prints from and all the other things that they made. And Fanime this year, I have a whole vlog about it that's going to be coming up soon. It was okay. I definitely felt the pressures of inflation this time around in Fanime. I mean, it's always been like that, but like I could really feel it this year. But so yeah, I'm gonna cut them into sections, which will be official merch slash autographs, and then of course the artist made stuff. I usually put the official merch and stuff in the beginning just because there's not that many things there usually. Artist is the one where I usually get more stuff, and at the same time for the artist I try to group the items by the artist together, but some might slip through. But if that's the case, just look in the description and it will show you where it is. And I tried my best to also get all the artist information, but there might be like a few where I just bought like a sticker or something and I'm like, oh wait, forgot to get their info and I didn't add it. So if that's the case, I will try my best to find it, but if you see it in the description with a question mark, I was not able to find it. But with that, we'll get started with the haul. So for this year Fanime, their guests were a couple of Japanese guests and English guests. I only really focused on the Japanese guests for conventions mainly, for at least for Fanime, because for the American guests, they're all really talented. It's just that I have more access to them at other conventions because they're more here. But when it comes to the Japanese guests, it really is hard because they're only here like usually for a convention or they have a concert of themselves, but usually they don't. So the guests that I got autographs for this year were Ali, which is the band that did the ending for Jujutsu Kaisen, the really famous one, that Lost in Paradise, and also other songs from like Beastars and Golden Kamui. Ai Nonoka, who I know for the voice of Fuko from Clannad, but she also voiced Kyoka, I believe, in Madoka Magica, and then also Yuriko Yamaguchi, who is well known for her voice as Nico Robin from One Piece. So those were the autographs that I will show right now. So here is the first autograph. This is from Ali. I really wanted you can't really see it. He of course made it in silver, a silver signature, so it didn't come out as much as if it were like gold. But I don't have a vinyl player, but they did not have like a CD. The only other things they had were like a shirt or a banner, and I don't really, that would just get put away, and I'd rather have it on music since that's what they're here for. And so I got this vinyl sign. It was so funny. He speaks a decent amount of English towards the end of the concert. He was just trying to make a motivational speech, but it just became so funny. I guess in the context, he was saying, if you don't have a job, you're still fucking beautiful. If you don't have a boyfriend, you're still fucking beautiful. And if you don't have a boyfriend or are married just like I'm divorced, you're fucking beautiful. So it was just like, what is happening, right? I know he was trying to be a motivational like speech, but it just came out really funny. But yeah, that was like my lasting impression of the concert. You bought, I think $70 worth of merch. You get entered in a raffle. I did not win the raffle, but it's just simple stickers of like, you know, I'm guessing the album that they just released right now. Yeah. And Ollie's different, and so it's a band, but the front runner is a singer named Leo Ishimura, I believe. And it's kind of like a Panic at a Disco situation where they were a bigger band, but then the members left, and I think one of the members had a controversy, so they left and kind of just left him as the main member, but then he has a lot of supporting cast, but they're still called Ali for the band. I think that's what they are. I went ahead and got Ai Nonoka's signature, and then she got Fuko's. I had this Clannad out, and Clannad is one of the animes I watched when I was younger, and I was like really touched by it because it was so sad and wholesome. So there's Ainunoka's signature. And then for Yuriko Yamaguchi, it was kind of different because I ended up getting a signature and my sister got a signature, but she went first, and we said we don't need 2 signatures, so the one I got ended up being for my cousin that I already gave it to them, and the other one was like my sister. She just put her name on it, but she's like, realistically our names are so similar, if you really want your name to be on it, you just put it KA and it'll be okay. But here is Yuriko Yamaguchi's signature, and it's really cool. I'll probably put it somewhere. I don't care if my sister's name is on it, but I will put it somewhere. And even though I'm not really a big fan of One Piece, the thing with voice actors is that if you could, you should get their signature, because you never know in the future who they're gonna voice, and it might be the person that you end up falling in love with as a character that they voice in the future. And the only other piece of like official like merchandise I got is from the swap meet, which is basically Fanime's version of like a garage sale where people sell their stuff they don't want anymore. And then I saw this and I was like, oh, this looks really interesting. I wonder if $30 is a good price. So when I looked at what this was, it was actually out of print and it was like selling for like over $100. So I was happy to get this. This is the BTS 2017 Memories book. It's just basically, I believe, a photo book of their Wings tour. And there is a CDs in it, but I don't know what they actually have inside in the CDs. I'll probably go ahead and see what it is, but I really wanted it because I was like, oh, it looks cool. I've never seen it before, and I just like having the photo books, and I really like this album too, the You Never Walk Alone. That's the one with Spring Day. The seller is really nice, and with all these albums, usually when you buy them used, they don't have the photo card, but the seller still added the photo card and it has a J-Hope. To start off the artist section, so sometimes the artists, like I've seen this new trend where artists like will stamp their handle onto their prints or add it somewhere into their print, which I actually very appreciate, because sometimes having the business cards is a little bit overwhelming sometimes, because I'm like, wait, did I grab it? Or like I'll end up grabbing like 1 and 2, and then I'm like, I won't. If you hear an artist name said, it's because I saw where they put their name, and it's just quicker, but of course everything will be down in the descriptions. The first thing I got is these really cute mini prints that this artist made, and they're on VGen, so it's really cool. I've gotten a few commissions, not from this artist, but on VGen, so I was like very familiar, and it was really cute. These are these cute like mini prints of some of the main Yakuza characters with Sanrio characters. So here is Kiryu with Batsumaru, Ichiban with Hello Kitty, and then Majima with Pom Pom Puddin. And that is so funny because Pom Pom Puddin is my top favorite Sanrio character. And yeah, and we kind of talked a little bit. I talked a little bit with the artist because she was like, oh, you got the trifecta, and I was like, yeah. And then I showed them my Majima Ita bag. So the next prints I got were from Harmony Gong, and I probably will look her up because I've never seen her art before, and it was so like ethereal and like majestical. So I only got 1 print. So I got actually 2 of these prints because one of them I'm going to give to my friend Angela because it's her birthday, and I only bought 1 print from Witch Hat Atelier, which is a new anime that's coming out, but I just really liked this print of Keyfree. I think his name is like Og something. Out of the 2 of them, I know a lot of people like Keyfree, but I think I like this guy. But he just gives me also Nanami vibes, so that's probably why. She had a ton of other ones, like from older shoujo stuff, as well as like Disney-inspired ones. And I really wanted all of them, but I don't have space. So she also had like sticker versions of some of the art pieces that I wanted, so I ended up just getting those. So here is one of them. This is of the one of Little Mermaid and Eric, or Ariel and Eric, and then there's this one of Alucard. If it would focus and not glare. And then another one of D from Vampire Hunter D. Here we go. So the next prints I bought are actually from an artist that I really love, named Sharkcat, but she wasn't the one selling it. It was her friend who was selling it, so her friend was selling like as a proxy. And the reason I follow Sharkcat is because she does a lot of Majima fan art that I really like. So if you've ever seen like my room tour, I have like 2 of her prints up there of Majima, and I have other prints of him that are in like my album book that I just kind of switch out. But she had new photos, and it was hard because I couldn't remember which ones I already had, because I think I was mixing up. Did I see that on Twitter and then like it, or do I have it? But it doesn't matter. And it was funny because I showed a friend there how I really love Majima, and then I showed the eat a bag, and then she took a picture and then sent it to Sharkcat, so that was pretty cool. But here are the Majima prints that I got for this convention. So there is this one with him playing pool, and then there's this one too with him in the elevator. And then here's this one and him getting in the car, and I believe this is Nishida, but I can never like really fully recognize Nishida without his yellow hat. But I think it is supposed to be him since he has the blue shirt. This is one of the prints where I'm like, I don't remember if I have this one already or not, and it's not like someone can go ahead and check at home because my sister was with me. So if I do have this one, that's okay. I'll just find another place for it. It's not bad. This one of him, and then this one. So they're all really nice. And then this next set of artwork is from Eurymille. And she had also really a cute art style, so I got one of Shadowheart because I really liked it, but I also got a lot of her stickers. So I got this one of Oldtaku from Tamon's B-side, and I got 2 of these because I really like, for sometimes if I'm thinking about putting in my water bottle and my journal, I get 2 so that I can put them in 2 places. With this one, I was dressed up as Otage on Saturday. So whenever an artist had like Tamon's B-side stuff, or someone recognized me as Otage, I would give them a handmade ribbon that I made, which is so funny because I feel like I just gave it to artists, because when people would recognize me, I'd be like, huh? Because it would be like in passing, and there's this one like funny reel I just saw where it's like when someone recognizes your cosplay after a long day, and then it's just like gibberish because you were like, what happened? So that's my short story, but I gave them to the artist that had them. So but this is still part of her stickers. This is the one that says I'm literate, but it has the cover has like the kissing meme. And then this one, I'm blanking on the name right now of this game. I really got it because of the aesthetic, really looked cute because of strawberry. I'm forgetting the title, but I've seen the game before. And then here is Tamon with his mushroom. So keeping up with the Tamon's B-side kind of reasoning, I also got this small print. There's a bigger print of it, but I don't have space, so I got the small version, of course, of Tamon's B-side. And I was dressed up as like this character, this exact outfit. And this is by Eurymille, and it was so cute. I wish that there were more artists that had Tamon B-side stuff, and there is actually a handful. The problem with a lot of the animes, which I was talking to my friend about, is like the animes that I am into, there's not that much merch for it, or it's not as, I guess, viral, so there's not as much merch that artists make of it. Not to say that artists can't make viral merch, it's just that I understand that if it sells, if everyone likes it, it'll sell more, which in this day and age, you have to. So whenever I see something that I really do like, I get it, of animes that I like, so I got that one. And then for the next one, these are all from Starry Droplets, which is an artist that I really love. I used to be part of her Patreon sticker club that she kind of paused for the time being because I think she was getting burnt out. I really love her art, so I bought a ton of stickers from her and also a few photo cards because she is also a very big Tamon B-side enjoyer, and I gave her my ribbon and she gave me some free stickers. I don't know if it's in this specific one, but if it is, that'd be great. But if not, it was just a sticker of her and her partner, as well as like a seagull delivering mail. And the reason I really like her art is it's very cute, but also because she does a lot of like nostalgic shoujo animes. So that's why I always get a lot of her stuff. Here is a photo card. This is actually a photo card, and there's Tamon. And then let's do this one again. And I'm just gonna keep my hand up here because I think it's like doing, I think it focuses better that way. And then there is Tamon and Utage. And here are the other stickers that I got. Here is one of Skip and Loafer, Princess Jellyfish, and then Vampire Knight, which is a throwback. I feel like when I was into Vampire Knight, I like Kaname from the main two, but of course, the main one I did like was actually Shiki, who was one of the vampires that are under Kaname. But here is the Tamon's B-side stickers. Here's Tamon and Utage, another one, but like in their B-sides version. Here is just Utage. Things that I'm about to show are basically all the people in face but in their disguises. Here they are, and I'm blanking on some of their names right now. Here's Tamon. Here is Kato, and I'm forgetting his name, but I know he's the Otaku. And then here is this one, and I also am blanking out of his name because I don't remember, but he just reminds me so much of the Gisam from Free, but like the version of from 50% off because that's basically this character. It's so funny that he's the one that decided to fall. And still keeping up with the theme of Tamon's B-side, I have these photo cards of them with their B-sides and A-sides. So here is this one of the one I was talking about, who is the Otaku. That's his A-side. That's his B-side. And then here is Utage with her A-side, B-side. And then Ori with his A-side and his B-side. Oh, actually, this is his A-side and then his B-side. Then Tamon with his A-side and then his B-side. And then not Nagisa, but him with his A-side and then his B-side. And then Kato with his A-side and then his B-side. Funnily enough, I know I cosplay Utage and Tamon's really cool, but if you were to ask like me, my favorite is actually Kato. I think that's just how he, I don't know why, he's the leader of the group and also like I guess the like caretaker, so that's probably why. And then from the same artist I got these small stickers of Twisted Wonderland. So here's Malleus, here is Silver, here is Vil, and then there's also, I got the Tamons for Tamons. They had a lot of the other Twisted Wonderland characters that I was actually gonna get, but then I saw the Tamons B-side and I think they were running a deal, so I ended up getting 2 Tamon stickers and then my main faves from Twisted Wonderland. I believe that might be the last of my Tamons B-side stuff, but going around with photo cards, I also got this photo card of Leon Kennedy. It's a lenticular one, so if you move it, shirt comes off. And I did get 2 photo card holders this time around because I needed to, I have a few, but these ones are just really funny too. I have this one, if you could read it, it's like Interwebz Explore, and it's just asking if you wanted to spend all your money on this person, and it says like, I think baby girl up here, and then on the back it just says you have $0 left, and I thought that was so funny. And the other one that is very funny that I found, there's already a photo card in there because I just wanted to see what it looked like with a photo card in here. I'm not probably gonna have this person in this photo card, but it has Kiryu inside, but I'm gonna take Kiryu out. And then here's this one. It says my hamster loves his enrichment enclosure, and this one is by SophiaxDu. Oh, SophiaxDu. But I thought it was really funny, and I just put Kiryu in there because I was like, how does this look like with a person in there? So I got this one of Yotsuba from an artist, and then this one is from Kissai, and I have a ton of their prints. You can see some of them in the back, actually, and over here I have that Maden print and a Dungeon Meshi print up back there. It's by Kissai, and she came out with new stickers from older animes, and it's funny because it was saying like Oldtaku. So this one is from K-On! And then here's one from Lucky Star. There was actually a Konata print with Lucky Star that I kind of wanted, but I was like, don't really have space. I did not. And then I have this one of Yotsuba with adulting. So yeah, so keeping up with the sticker sheets, this is by Vanescere, if I'm saying the name right, and then it's just a side quest sticker sheet of Yakuza, and I believe they're waterproof and they're small enough so I can like put them in the small corners of my water bottle, so that is why I got them, but also because it's Yakuza. And I got this keychain, but it's like a matching keychain that I got with my friends that you'll see in the vlog. So it's just a Chikawa inspired one. Oops. And then the other characters are supposed to be in here. But yeah. And this is by Magical Girl Bella. And before I get to the keychains portion of this part of the video, I will show the stickers I got from Ahhgela, who is an artist that I really like. She makes cool like peeker stickers. So she has this thing where you can do sticker packs, but it's kind of like Pokemon related, and she does variants of like shinies, Pokemon, and then sometimes trainers are in here too, but this time around I didn't get trainers. So I'm just gonna show, I got 2 packs, so I'm gonna just show the Pokemon that I did get. Here is this one. I'm just gonna put my hand over because I will just do this. Panikin. And there is one. And then a shiny Espeon. Dratini. Kip. Mewtwo. Torchic. I think I have a Torchic already, so I have to double check. I might just give that to my friend. Frigorito. And then Immobla. And then I guess I stuffed my stickers there. So here's the one from Starry Droplets that she gave me for free. It's just her and our partner saying, and then it has Fanime 2026 with their cat patches, and then the duck looking one with the male. So to add, I bought from this artist before. I have their Majima one for 24 Hour Cinderella, but I wanted some of the other ones, so I just got this one of Majima for the receive you, and it's a CD charm, so you can open it, but it's just supposed to be like a CD cover. And also got these really cool looking ones. I hope I have the artist for this one, because I really liked it. As I said, when I see people with like old animes that I used to watch, I usually gravitate to their booth, and sometimes, most of the time, I get it. But I've never seen like Azumanga Daioh merge. It's one of the animes that I grew up on, and it's funny because I watched that anime fully through like library like rentals. Here is this one of, and I like this one because it's a movable one, and that is a thing in the anime too, that she like flies on her pigtails. So yeah, and I believe her name was Chio. I haven't watched the anime in so long. And then here's the other one, and I forget her name, but I know she was like the aloof one. But yes, I bought that, and it was just so cool to see merch from Azumanga Daioh. And then the next one I got from this artist that was in the dealer's hall, but I think some artists get one at the dealer's hall because it's just more space, of course. But they had really cute Shugo Chara charms. So here she had other cookies of the other transformations of Amu, but I just wanted to pick up this one because I was like, let me think, because they're kind of expensive. So I got the diamond one. And then from the same artist, this is really nice. This is a really nice keychain. Like, I can't even call it a keychain because I'm probably just gonna hang it somewhere like a wind chime, because realistically that's what it is. So there is this kind of amulet of fortune charm and tassels, and it's not really coming through here, but right here there's Amu, and then if you shake it, there's like things coming down. And I thought that was really cute. So it's probably not going on my bag. I'll probably hang in my room as a like wind chime, because that's what it really does look like. And then from that artist, she also gave like free ribbons, and I believe this is from Dandadan, but it just says my balls, and it just looks funny. And then Ham for Hamtaro. There we go. We have items that I got from Oasis, which is the 18 plus artist alley that runs in the Doubletree, which is a shuttle away from the convention center, but it's affiliated with the con. And they have this one where after a certain time it becomes like 18 plus only, but also they were running a new thing called like Manga Ichiba, which is where artists were selling their own doujinshis. By the time I went there, most artists had sold out of their doujinshi, so I didn't even. They either left or they, or if I did, there were people that had some. I didn't know the anime that they were drawing from, so I didn't get it. But it was a really cool event, and I hope to have that again. But from Oasis, most of the time when I go to Oasis, I don't get anything 18 plus, and mostly I go for the things that they're selling that are not. Because in a sense, it's also kind of like another artist alley. So a lot of times, if an artist is not making just 18 plus merchandise, they put their own merchandise in there. So this one I got from Wave of the Ocean, and I believe you can follow them on Twitter. But it's this really cool Haikyuu keychain. Of course, when they've graduated and gone to like the other volleyballs, but it's a shaker charm that looks like the sakura are like falling. So I thought that was super cool. If it would focus, it looks super cool. But it has Hinata, Oikawa, and I know there's some of the other characters. I don't remember their names, but yes. Here it is. It's better. And then I got this shaker charm of a Astarion, and it has the mind flayers in his head. It has mind flayers, and then also on the other side is just Astarion. And I was surprised to see like Yakuza merch there too. I never see stuff, so whenever I see it, I kind of gravitate towards it. And so an artist was also selling like a Majima Keychain I've never seen before. So here it is, and he's like a devil. And then from an artist I also got, I believe this is the last thing, these prints of Majima and Nishiki, and I just really liked how they were drawn. This is by Yuma Fuki, and here is Majima and his 24-hour Cinderella, as well as Nishiki. Nishiki. So here's the last thing I got. I almost forgot to show it because it was like in a box and it was over there. So I got this bento box that I wanted to use, and it's by Leaf, but her name I think and handle is Farine. But it's this bento box with Haiku characters on it. So I thought that was really cute, and I wanted a new kind of thing to put my lunch in. And at first I was kind of hesitant because I was like, oh, if it's hard to clean, it's going to be like, you know, a hassle to just put lunch in if it's hard to clean. But it was a good enough material, so I ended up getting that. And it's big enough but also small. It's big in that you can add a lot of stuff, but it's also small enough that it's not hard to carry into my lunchbox. So yes, but with that, I think that is the last part of my haul. Sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't buy too much, but then when I do this haul video, I'm just like, oh yeah, I kind of did, but no, I don't think it's as much as other times. So maybe I get just like smaller purchases now, but they're like, you know, more high value items. But yeah, I think I might have yapped a lot in this video, so there might be things that were cut because I was yapping too much. But yeah, Fanime was a okay time. Like, I think I was just also blindsided by the fact that this was happening after a really big event, because the week before I went to BTS, and then I was tired, then I didn't really have time to rest, and then there was Fanime, and going to anime conventions is always like the big event in itself, just to get there, get ready, and you're doing all this stuff in cosplay. So yeah, but more of my thoughts will be there in the vlog that's coming out shortly. But with that, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!